Okay, so how do you find your class times for your classes at the beginning of the semester?
So I go on my UW, then I hit course schedule, in which it brings me to my classes, and then I can see the time up top of the class, and then I can see what the class actually is below it. And as you can see on Monday, I have 3 classes back to back to back, and I don't really get a break to eat, so I fit into my schedule after my accounting 6:30 class in between my accounting 3:10. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have a lot of free time before my 3:40 class, which is at 2:30. So I'm able to eat, study, but I also work on those days before class, so I have to also do that.
Okay. Okay, so how do you find your lecture, discussion, and lab locations at the beginning of the semester?
So as we were on course schedule, we just scroll down into what says courses, and then you can see each of the weekly meetings, which includes the what days you're meeting. So Monday, Wednesday for my 3:10 class, and then you can see at what time, and then after that you can see where the location is. So mine is in Granger Hall, and then it's in room 2280, and then you can scroll down and find the rest of your classes.
And so, how do you keep this information when you need it? How do you keep your schedule? How do you store your schedule?
So what I do is I create a screenshot and I put it on my wallpaper on my phone, so I don't always have to go in photos and to find like where I have to go for classes. I usually keep that for around a week until I memorize where the classes are, and then usually from there I don't have to always look at it.
Okay. So, how do you deal with professors canceling / changing the location of class?
So what I do is I go on my UW, and then I scroll down where I can find email, which is right here for me. I click it, and then every day when I wake up, I check my email to see if any professors or the university has canceled classes. So what I do is always check my email, see if anything that I should be aware of and any classes are canceled or not. What I also do is I go on Canvas, and then in which I look at the announcements, which I can see in every class. I just click at the class and then click announcements, and then I can see if they canceled class or not. And this just depends on how the email communicates within that class.
Okay. Have you used any tools or apps to help with class planning in the past?
Yeah, what I used when I first was a freshman and didn't know where many classes were, I would first just go to course schedule, in which then I can see all my classes. And if I wanted to get to my accounting class, which is the cost management systems, I can see that it's in Granger Hall, and then I go to Google Maps. And then I can search in Google Maps the specific area I want to go, so I can just search that up, Granger Hall. And then I click on directions. And then the starting point, you can just click your location, or you can type out what your address is. I'll just type my address out. And then it can give you various different routes that you can take. As you can see, I would rather just take the fastest route, which is just going down here and then through the bridge and then going all the way straight to Johnson Street, where I take a left, and then on my right is Granger Hall. So I can select the courses I want to take, and then I can click generate schedule, in which different schedules pop up, and this is one of the options, and I have 3 out of 3 schedules, so I can choose which one I want. As you can see, the other 2 fade away because it's online too, so you can choose between online or in person. But as if it was a fall term, there would be many more options out of 50 in which you can choose the perfect fit for you.
Okay, what parts of this process feels most confusing or frustrating?
I think this is when I have to pick classes, as this is the hardest part for me, because like I have to figure out what classes I first have to take, and then I have to find non-conflicting times between the classes. So what I do to help me through this process is use our course searcher tab in my UW. It's a course search and enroll. I just go here and figure out first. I go to my DARS, and then I create a DARS report in which I run, and then I create which one I want, and then I choose previous and current terms, in which and then it creates the audit report, and as we wait for the audit. And now I can click view, and then now I can see what classes I have to take. So if I just click on business prep requirements, I can see that, I still need to take GenBiz 360. So that's one class I have to take. So what I do is just I click sort course search, and then say this was fall 2025, or just in future terms, I can just search up GenBiz 360, in which a pop-up shows up which the class is, and then I can see different sections. And then I can find a non-conflicting time or a time that I want. So I can just choose one of these, add to cart. Yep, it's added to my cart, and then go on scheduler. And then, there we go. I just click GenBus 360, and let's say I add another course, which could be another accounting class I have to take, which is accounting 330. I add this to my cart and click schedule. I can generate schedules in which I can figure out.
Could you show me where you store or note down important information like exams or room numbers?
So where I do that, well, first where I find my exam times is where I go on course schedule, in which I can see my dates for my final exams, and then where I keep like note of where my exams date are is in my notes sticky, which is in my desktop, and I list all my exams to see if I have any conflicts, and to see if I need to tell the professor like, I can't take it on this date because I might have a conflicting exam.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I keep that, and then if I need to also keep any information about where the location is, I also keep it on the sticky pad, and I also put it on my phone sometimes as well.
Okay. What do you do if you find a building but you're unsure which room or floor to go to?
So what I do is I walk around the building, and then at different places in the building you can see the floor plan, and that which it can tell you where the different rooms are and your specific location, so you know where to walk. However, if you cannot find any floor plan while you're looking, you can also just go on your phone or your computer and just search up. If I'm at the Granger building, so I search up Granger floor plan, and then as you can see, the first pop-up says University of Wisconsin floor plan. You click that, in which you can scroll down, and then you can choose which floor you're on to see the best where you need to go to class. So let's say I'm on second floor, and my class is 2510, which was right here, and say I'm right here, so I would just know to go here and then go straight and then turn right, and then my class should be right here.
If you could design the perfect way to get your schedule and find your classes, what would it look like?
So if I want the perfect way to find classes and to make it the most easiest, I would choose Canvas, because I can't, on my phone, I can't use my UW unless I go to the Google app. So it would be most convenient for me if I can just use Canvas, if I'm either on my laptop or on my phone, just to make it easier. And then I hope they do this by just clicking calendar, and then it would be most easiest if you can just see like your weekly and your week, and then see every class on here to see your schedule. And then you can also like integrate the homeworks and different assignments you have and exams, so you can have all your information you need on one website.
And for the final question, If you had to teach a new incoming student how to find and keep track of their class schedule and locations, how would you explain it to them?
So what I would tell them is to first go on my UW and then scroll down the course schedule. And then this can provide you the time and location of each class if you see the schedule, and then you can see the location when you scroll down. And then what I would do is just take pictures of the course schedule and then take another picture, or just jot down in your notes the classroom for each class. And then by the time you pass by a week or two, you would easily find your classes and not have to look at the location every once in a while. You might need to look at the time, but then after a couple weeks, you'll have it down and then memorize.
Okay. And thank you for your time.
Thank you.